Hey, it's Bobby. And obviously, everything here looks a little bit different. Not sure what's going on with my color saturation and all of that. I've got new drivers and everything. I had a technological challenge because of all of these videos that I've done. I've kind of ran out of video space. And I had created this amazingly cool meditation video. It's about a little over an hour long, and it takes you on an experiential journey into the space where we are spiritual beings having a human experience. But it crashed my system. I got on with Apple technical support, and they basically said the best thing that we can do is erase your hard drive and start over. I do back up pretty well, but I did not have that backed up. And so I had to reinstall Zoom. I've lost my little Zen backdrop. This is one of the standard Zoom backdrops. So I'll go and search for that a little bit later, but I wanted to get this out. And I had another technical difficulty. I'm kind of losing track of the days now. But the video that I did with the Zen Dad, where he's sitting there, if you've seen that on Facebook, they're still playing it on Facebook, but it got banned on YouTube. Evidently, because of the fact that the little kid is naked, it's pixelated. You can't even tell if it's a boy or a girl. But the content overlords at YouTube felt like that was a little bit, I guess, potentially too close to kiddie porn, maybe, or something. I don't know. But I got a notice from them, a warning from them that, stop showing videos with kids in them. So anyway, in the comments below, because I had this thread that was really nice in YouTube for folks who have started a little bit later on the journey, because it is a progressive journey. I've created a YouTube channel and I've got all of the videos on there, but now they're going to be out of order. So I'm going to stick this one up with a link in the comments to the one on Facebook. I don't know. I can't figure this stuff out. So this will be a short one. Later today, I am going to re-record that meditation, and that is all about helping you experientially embody the concept that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And I do this a lot. I do this little move a lot. And I have had two people PM me and go, what's this? What's the deal with that going down? And that's just a reminder to me that I need to get out of my head and into my heart. They say that a message can go around in a fraction of a second. A message can go around the world. I had a conversation the other night, 7:30 p.m. my time. I was speaking to a colleague in Malaysia, and it was 11:30, like right before noon the next day, his time. So I'm like, Jakeem, man, I'm talking to you from the future. Tell me what I can expect. It was pretty cool. But it can sometimes take a long time to go that last 14 inches that it's got to travel from our head to our heart. So that's just really, that's just a little unconsciously ingrained habit pattern that I've adopted. Earlier in the videos, I talk about these habit patterns that we have are both our superpower and our biggest witness. And we have things that will trigger us. I got divorced about 20 some odd years ago. And by the time my ex and I were done with that phase of our journey, we had a superpower that we could locate and push each other's nerves so effectively. And in that case, obviously, that was not useful. That's not a good skill set, particularly when you're going through a an emotionally devastating event. Having the ability to really set that person off to the moon really is no longer a good, useful skill. But there are certain triggers that you can set for yourself. And I'm going to be talking about some of those in the next video, some little things that it's useful for us to install in ourselves as a reminder. We've got this pattern interrupt that I hope you're still doing. I know that most of you aren't, and just know that from experience of that interrupt to check in and see how we're doing. It's weird. I've taught that to hundreds of clients now. And when I work in a corporate setting, I teach that to managers and employees both, just to check in and see how you're doing. Because as you get amped up, your access to resources drops precipitously. I mean, it diminishes radically. And we get to the point when we're at that place where our mental tachometer is just going crazy, when our inner critic is talking so insistently and persistently that we literally cannot hear ourselves think, our ability in that moment to be resourceful drops significantly versus Zen Dad from the video that we had when his kid's having a tantrum. You could see there were times, if you just watch him, there were some times that he slipped back into some nice breathing techniques and calmed himself down, reminded himself, I'm spirit, I am unconditional love, I am compassion, having this human experience. And this other little human experience that I brought into the world has got a tough time going on right now. What's the most important thing that I, Zen Dad, can do in this moment? Stay grounded, stay centered, stay aligned, be one with my peace, so that the vibration that I'm sending out into the world is a beautiful vibration, that I'm emanating love. I'm not showing up in the world seeking love. And we're going to begin to shift the conversation a little bit as we move along into two parts of us, which I'm doing this as a metaphor. It's as a concession, because we're trying to bring the formless into form. And it's not the easiest thing to do. It's not something that you can wrap your mind around. It is only something that you can experience. And that little pattern interrupt of that thing going off, your smartphone going off every 47 minutes or every 44 or 33 or wherever it's showing up for you. For some people, it's every 90 minutes. Wherever you are, when that's happening, stopping and checking in and saying, how am I doing? That's a super valuable exercise to do. And I can tell you, I've got hundreds, I think I'm safe to say hundreds of people who have worked with that. Let me say over 100, and I'm not even completely sure about that, to be honest with you. And it really doesn't matter, but a bunch of folks who have stuck with that for 21 or 28 days or 40 days, or for some, it's just a habit that they revisit. For me, it's a habit that I revisit anytime the need arises. And people who have done it for any length of time report back. 100% people report back that is a life-changing exercise. Everything looks exactly the same, but the way that I'm showing up for what's going on is completely different. And that's the message of Zen Dad in the previous video. So just a little bit here today, mainly for the folks that are joining to have access to that one video, not on the YouTube channel. So got a couple of cool things that are going to be going on here. I think whenever this video shows up, and I was doing the day things, today's day 3, that was kind of cool. I've lost track of the days. So I won't be doing that anymore. Plus, you guys have been giving me such good feedback that I've had to reverse the order of some of these videos anyway. So we're getting a community. More about that in tomorrow's video. Hope this makes sense, the little part that I've talked about, and there will be more about that tomorrow. So as I like to sign off, ciao for now. See you again tomorrow.